I've been with a few brokerages and I've investigated even more. And one of the commonalities that I've seen is a lot of promises about technology. Now, I don't say any of this to disparage or to criticize any other brokerage. They do great jobs in other things. It's just technology has not been a priority in the real estate industry up until now. So with AI, something that is going to completely change the way that we do things, completely change the way that that real estate is going to be operating, I wanted to be ahead of the curve. Over the last 14 years of being a real estate agent, I've been pretty critical of how far behind the entire industry is. It's because of how far the industry is that's allowed third-party tech companies to come in and take away an increasing amount of profits away from agents. I do understand the logistical challenges that brokerages have. The traditional brokerage model doesn't really allow for franchises to invest in innovative technology because building progressive, extensive infrastructure requires massive investment, and the industry hasn't really prioritized technology. The brokerages don't own their own technology, and many franchisees jump from one platform to another based on what's the cheapest offering. This often disrupts agent workflow and never really does the job as intended. When I started looking at Real in 2023, their technology is one thing that really caught my eye. It's pretty obvious to me that they were more of a tech company serving agents rather than a franchisor selling franchises. From what I saw, their technology obviously wasn't perfect, but there was something really unique there. In less than a year with Real, I've watched one tech release after another. Sometimes there are small but helpful upgrades, and other times there's huge integrative offerings. What they've shown is that when they say they are working on something, it means it's coming, like this week, or a month, or next month, not years. Sometimes it's already released, and they own the technology. They are the tech company. It's not outsourced to another company, and they aren't acquiring some random company that doesn't understand how agents work. They are the tech company and the real estate company. I knew that when ChatGPT and all this generative AI exploded in 2022 and 2023, that this was really going to disrupt a lot of industries, including real estate. Myself, I wasn't totally gung ho about the whole AI thing, but I went to a lot of workshops and seminars put on by my colleagues to see how they were using AI. Some of these uses were quite useful, but nothing really revolutionary. They were all, in the end, limited by a few third-party generative AI products that are out there, like ChatGPT and Midjourney. On occasion, I've used it to speed up some of my processes, hack some efficiencies, but it hasn't been life-altering or anything. I've often found way more mistakes and more corrections I've had to make than it's been useful with. I also saw how companies that didn't understand how to get ahead of it were going to be left in the dust. I'm going to be brutally honest. When I first saw Leo, Real's own generative AI platform that was built into our document management system and released in December of 2023, I thought it was a bit silly. Leo had a unique graphical interface, but it didn't do much different than ChatGPT, nor was it really solving my problems. It tried to find some answers to my questions, but it wasn't really doing the job. But the company also warned us that this would be the case. It was an early release, baby steps. They really pushed us to try to use it so they could start learning what agents did, how we were working. We were the guinea pigs. What Real was doing was building the brain, mapping workflows, and tracking what sort of questions agents were asking and what our common pain points were. So even though I thought it was a bit silly and even a bit useless, I kept using it as much as possible. At the end of October at the 2024 annual Rise event, Real's big annual convention, they unleashed an overhauled AI platform and they called it Leo CoPilot. I didn't attend the event and I didn't have any expectations. But as I watched the online announcements, I started getting pretty intrigued. There's a lot going on here. This was a complete overhaul of Leo. The first thing I noticed was that it was all about efficiency. Our CFO, Pritesh Damani, showed a bit of how Leo Copilot is being completely integrated into the Reason document platform that is owned by Real.
So what's going to really happen is Leo is going to be front and center. We're taking over the menus, and it's going to be smack in the middle. And it's watching what you're doing on the screen on the right side. And it's suggesting things on the left. It's always present. On the mobile, we're changing the game as well. It's going to be smack in the middle of the mobile screen. It's always present. You can pull it up, and it understands what you're looking at, and will start telling you what to do in case you need help. let's go take like a basic use case like depositing a check. How many people here have deposited a check with our mobile application? Okay, good. It's easy, but this becomes more easier this way. Imagine you want to deposit a check, you open your app and you just type DEP. Now Leo will already know what you're going to do. It's going to type, as soon as you type DEP, it knows, oh, you're trying to deposit a check. Not only will it know that you're trying to deposit a check, but it knows your transactions. So it says, oh, you're trying to deposit $5,200 to 4429 Ocean Drive. When you click on it, it will take you directly to that transaction, to that screen, and let you deposit the check.
So it's pretty cool, but still, at this point, it looks like just a little bit of a graphical interface upgrade, maybe some computing upgrades. It'll start anticipating what we text, what we're needing. Sure, it's really helpful and it's cool technology, but again, not earth-shattering. As more and more brokerage franchises are shifting document management away from the brokerage paid administration to agents, downloading it to agents and their assistants, this is though going to be one of the ways that Real is going to use AI to mitigate that shift. You have to think about the cost savings in this, not just time saving. If a brokerage needs to pay their administrators to do all document management for you, that cost gets downloaded to the agents as well through higher fees or splits. It's just the reality. Either that or the broker owner makes less money, and they don't want to do that. They may actually not even be able to do that. I know a lot of franchise owners that run deficits to own their own brokerage. But if the brokerage forces agents to do all the document management, then that's a cost of your time or your assistant's time. However, if you can get AI to take over that management, then the cost savings of that time is going to be reflected in things like brokerage fees. Let's take a look at another example of how this document management is efficient.
Leo now you don't have to remember to do things. Leo will just tell you, hey, the commission document is ready. Do you want to approve it? So, but typically when you go to approve a commission, you might want to do other things like adding a rebate or editing your commission, adding a fee. So it kind of knows, and it's actually observing the things you do typically, and it will promote those things. Of course, you can go and just approve the commission and move on in your life. Leo is now going to prompt you with all the things that you need to know up front. You don't have to worry about what are you forgetting, what are you not forgetting. It's all there.
So there's some pretty cool technology in this. Pritesh then introduced our COO, Jenna Rosenblatt, who presented how Leo CoPilot was going to help our agents stay compliant and stay legal. Check this out.
One of the biggest needs agents have is being able to speak to their broker. Now, all you need to do is ask Leo to call your broker, and he will make it happen. Let's see it in action. Just open your Reason app on your phone or on your desktop. And when you pop open Leo, he has a call broker prompt ready to go for you. Leo knows you have active listings or transactions, so he will ask if it's related to one of those or if you're calling about something else.
Come on.
Guys, I'm not done. So if you're calling about that transaction, you'd select it, and it's gonna ask if you wanna call your broker or message them. So let's choose call, which will automatically start the call with your broker team. Once your broker answers, Leo's gonna start recording that call for you, so you have it as a reference in your transaction for you to listen to at any time. Once that call's complete, he's gonna transcribe it, but you can see he's being a little funny right now, saying he's not gonna show it because it's private. It's a conversation between you and your broker, so he's trying to be funny.
What I really love about this is that my broker can immediately see what transaction that we're dealing with. Then the recording gets attached to that file, so it's there for any future recall. There isn't any he said, she said either. Since it's also transcribed, that means it'll also be searchable. Could you imagine basically having a free assistant sitting down and taking notes for you when you're talking to your broker about a complex transaction, and you don't have to pay that assistant? And automatically gets filed to that document, online management system. Jenna went on to show how document approvals are also going to be sped up through Leo with the auto broker reviews. What's going to happen is that when you upload, let's say, a new contract to purchase and sale, Leo is going to actually alert you to mistakes. Check it out.
So now that you've talked to your broker, it's time to get some documents uploaded. Let's pull up Reason to show you what Leo has up his sleeve to take this to the next level. First, you're going to open your transaction and navigate to the checklist. Let's upload your purchase agreement by clicking on Upload. You'll click on Add a Document and select your purchase agreement. I'm talking way faster than the video's keeping up, but that's okay. So you're going to go ahead and pick that. Well, it's moving very slowly, Jesse. You're going to hit Save. You'll notice a new Leo bubble, and once it's done, it shows 12 errors that need revision. You can also see that on the left, Leo's prompting you that you have errors in that document. So let's go ahead and view them. And he tells you exactly where they are on every single page. You can see when you re-upload it as well, you've already fixed all your errors. He's gonna go ahead and clear that for you. You're good to go. So no more waiting for your brokers a few days, hopefully not longer than that, to tell you that you're missing an initial signature. You know it within seconds. So super, super excited.
This technology is a lot bigger than you might think. I've been a managing broker of a really small office, and I can already attest to how much paperwork there is. The more deals that come across your desk, the more likelihood you're going to miss something. Real estate is extremely detail-oriented, and it is shocking how many mistakes are made in contracts. I've really appreciated the level of support at Real. And to be honest, because of all this tech stuff and just the pain of moving brokerages, I've had to use support quite a bit when I first joined. In honesty, most brokers I've been with over the years have had pretty amazing administrative staff. This industry, I think, does know how to keep their administrators, who are often the glue that holds offices together, happy. However, they can get bogged down. They can get tied up. Leo CoPilot will be taking this to the next level for greater efficiency. Check it out.
Now within Leo, you will see a question mark along the top. From here, you now have the ability to either create a support ticket or call the support team. When you select support ticket, Leo will ask what you need help with, so he can try to go ahead and put that in the ticket for you. In this example, the agent wants to know, how do I enter in a referral? Leo knows you don't want to wait on an answer, so he's going to try to help you first. You can review his detailed answer to see if it was what you were looking for, but he's still going to ask you if you need help, and if you do, you just click on that option, and Leo takes care of the rest. No more needing to draft an email, remember support phone number. He's got your back.
All right. So that's just part one of how Leo CoPilot is going to be changing our business in the coming years. And actually, all the stuff is already being released for us. These might be the less sexy ways, but any agent who is regularly bogged down by the insane amount of paperwork in our business knows that any way we can be more efficient, stay organized, keep us out of real estate jail, and save money, we'll take it. In part two, we're going to get a little sexier and talk about how AI at Real, specifically through Leo CoPilot, will not only streamline our marketing, but make us better marketers. But I want to make sure that if you're really interested in how AI is truly going to change the way you do business forever, you have to stick around to my third video, where I'm going to tell you about something that will really blow your mind. If you want to learn more about all the crazy new technology at Real, hit the subscribe button and set up those alerts, and I'll bring you the goods.